Subtones. These buttery fuzzy notes, their home is in jazz music, often combined with soulful vibrato, like we know from Lester Young, Ben Webster, Coleman Hawkins, just to name a few. As I'm constantly looking for ways to incorporate saxophone into my music production, devoid of its most obvious connotations, I'm sampling a pad-like instrument today. I'm recording subtones on my tenor saxophone, without too much vibrato, in a range of approximately an octave. The plan is to capture the intimate breathiness and the instability with the close mic, and also a bit of a resonance in the room, with another microphone about a meter away. It's the grainy, whispery quality I'm interested in, and hopefully I'll be able to get some interesting sounds out of this simple virtual instrument with the help of various plugins. I'm first editing the start and the end of each recording and choosing the best take whenever I record it more. I'm only keeping one recording per note, therefore not having any round robins. And yet, as I will show you later, there is a simple way to avoid the infamous machine gun effect if you repeatedly trigger the same sample. I'm then removing any unwanted low frequencies and taming this one over enthusiastically a resonant frequency, which happens to be the room resonance. I'm now naming each item and also checking the tuning of each note. Usually the subtone technique makes the note a little flat, but it's mostly in a range of 6 to 12 cents. Before I export these, and notice I'm keeping the microphone takes separate, I'm normalizing the takes, applying gentle compression and also a smidge of tape saturation on the master. I'll be using Kontakt for this, but obviously you could do something similar in decent samplers, Sforzando, SoundPaint, and so on. I'll create a new instrument, paste in my little script to make it bigger and to display the wallpaper, which is just a photo of my alto saxophone I took some time ago for a different project. It will do for now. We have 2 different microphones, so I'll create 2 groups in total, name them accordingly, and drag my samples into the mapping editor. Because I included the note information in the sample names, I can use the automatic mapping tool and it'll put each note where it should be. I also stretch the edge samples a little bit to gain some more range if needed. I am disabling the velocity sensitivity and instead linking the volume control to MIDI CC1 and adjusting the curve to my liking. Apart from the volume, I'm also linking a cutoff of a low-pass filter to the MIDI CC1 to gain some more expressiveness. I'm also adding an EQ to tame the low frequencies even more in the downstretched samples. Now it's time to loop each sample. I will do so in the close mic group and I can then copy the loop settings to the other group. And here is the trick to add more variation for your sound. Add a random unipolar and link it to the sampler start. I like to adjust the strength to around 75%. So every time you press the key now, the sample will start from a different spot. I'm also going to adjust the ADSR envelope to my liking, and that's the basic version down. Let's hear what this sounds like with some big reverb. Of course, this is only the beginning, because now we could experiment with different processing and FX chains, maybe running the output through my analog synth filters and getting all sorts of different sounds out of it, as you could hear in the music throughout the video, which was all made from this virtual instrument. I can also imagine layering this with a choir or strings, adding some extra texture and sonic interest. And if you want, you can check out my latest release, Duet Beyond Light and Shadow soundtrack, where I've featured saxophones in all kinds of manners. Well, that's it. Thank you for watching.